Welcome back to the Alguyer's Garage. I'm your host, Rick. Glad to see you're still with us. We have 2 more segments to go to this junkyard, and like I said, then we're going to jump into warp speed, and we're going to maybe find some potential revivals. If you see something that you would like to maybe see running and driving, keep it down there in the comments. Remember, any comments on what some of these vehicles are that I don't know is greatly appreciated. And if you like what you see and you want to see more, like and subscribe and hit the little bell so you don't miss the next one coming up. It doesn't cost anything, and we're grateful. It helps us out a bunch. Check this out. I bet it was some persuading. This thing might actually run. If it turns over, 6-cylinder Detroit. I mean 4-cylinder Detroit. Must have been on a gen set or something. Yeah, because there's no flywheel. No, it was in, I don't know what it would have been in. A crater maybe? Has an air compressor. Now we have a F800 Ford. We got a diesel in there. Chevy. I don't think it's going to start. Parts everywhere. Where does it end? It doesn't. We're going to be doing some drive-by. Is that the one? Nope. I thought I got parts over that one. Got the quad run. I wonder if that would be the same. If this could be made to fit my truck. I'm dying to get one of them. I'd probably have to form it to fit, but I'm dying to get one. Like, it's the last part of Thunderjet in the front end I need. See that? That might be a late model 351. No, it's newer. It's got the other rockers. 351 4-barrel. International. That's a pretty neat tailgate. I gotta admit that. Huh. What kind of carburetor is that? We're here to throw the toolbox on the quad and grab a couple things myself. That ain't, wait, 1, 2, 3, 6, no. 1, 2, ooh. That's a 7-blade fan. I might have to come over here and look at some stuff. I'm looking for a big fan. I'm looking for the things for around my lights. That still has a factory carburetor. There's a lot of good stuff here. I'm finding more and more good stuff. I know, I'm supposed to be on a junkyard tour. Sorry. There's an old Ford van. Oh, here we go. Look at these Chevys in the back here. There's a 75 Ford. 302. Yeah. Even has the keys in it yet. Square body. Chevy. Oh, look at a bed on that thing. We'll come back to that. Check these out. Like, look at that. Ah, smashed at the bottom. Darn it. And it's dented. Inline 6 cylinders. 2 of them. There's a D. Nah, this fender's beat up too. Bed's not terrible from what I can see, but oh, how'd that get up there? Them exhaust manifolds are the ones I always thought were really cool. See them there? I always thought they were really neat. They say they're almost as good as headers for factory street. Is it true or not? I don't know. Small block Chevy. Another one. That looks like a decent fender. The cowls are good. You know the funny part is? That bed on this truck is not terrible. That wheel well is a little bit. It's not terrible. Okay. Square body Chevy. Here's a heavy duty Ford. Look how they patched that door. Gas or diesel? Gasoline. Probably a 351 in that. Where are we gonna go next? Well, that's a decent door, which is odd. 6 in a row ready to tow. Here's a Blazer. Got a good taillight. Pretty neat fender skirts. Ironically, that fender's surface rust only. And check the hood out. Check it out. It's not bent. If it's not rusted, this would be a great hood for somebody. It's just starting to bend here. Very little. This would be a great hood for somebody. And a good door. So there you go. You got a couple good parts in this one. I want that push bar. Yeah. Cadillac Wambulance, for sure. She's old. Look at the bumperettes in the front. I always thought they were so cool. They're the coolest, man. You got hit with that thing, you knew it. A Dodge. That looks like a Hemi in there. Is that a Hemi in there? Let me know in the comments. It's got weird spark plugs. I don't know what it is. I can't even get back to all of these. Wow. Here's an old Corvair. A couple of them. We're not going in that deep stuff. There's snakes and stuff. It could be dangerous. It's a Dodge. Let's go around in front of these ones. There's a Chevy up here I want to look at before we go down below. Here you go. Here's a C10. Six in a row, ready to tow. Cap special. I knew the Flintstones owned one of these. Step side flavor. Huh, look at a bet on that. If that's not mud, that's not terrible at all. I don't know what the other side looks like. What is that under there? Oh, I have to investigate this further, but I want to look at this fender first. Or this bed. Huh. This bed is worth having. 6-foot bed. Anybody interested? I think it comes with a non-holy tailgate. Okay, maybe a little bit of a hole. But what I'm curious about, and I gotta be careful what I do because there's no fender, so I don't want to wreck anything, but that, what is that? With the distributor leaning, is that like a Cadillac motor or something in there? Those weird manifold. I know it's a big block Chevy. Nope, distributor's in the front. It's definitely General Motors. Wonder what that is. This must have been a project somebody was building. Okay. Here's an old square body. I don't know if there's anything in there. And we have a couple up here. Oh, wow. That's a Riviero. It has to be. Back here. That's definitely a Riviera. Huh. No, there's motor in that thing yet? Oh, yeah, we gotta go look at that. There's a grill. I love the front end of them cars. Love them. So that would be what? A Nova? I think so. That's a two-door something. Chevy. That's what's left of a Chevelle. I guess that's the notorious frame rust right in there. Oh, well, that's pretty neat. Okay. Monza. Oh, that one's out of place. Cadillac. She's really out of place. Dodge Charger. I'm waiting to not set my parking brake in the quad, forget and have it drive away on me. Here's an El Camino. Yep, what is that? That would be like mid-70s, I think. Something like that. For some reason, I think that this has been here quite a while. Yeah, I think so. Good possibility of that. It's a four-door. Corvair. What is that? Oh, that's a square. It's an old Monte Carlo. I'm pretty sure they got that picked pretty good. G-body. Another G-body. The V6. Huh. Is that an Edsel? That's an Edsel, I think. Ford carburetor on it. Or is it? Well, I might stand corrected. Maybe it's not. Wow. Amazing. What might this be? I can't believe it's been here that long that the valve cover is rusted off it. That's amazing. Weber carburetor probably at the time period. What's that emblem on the front of that car? Anybody know? Put it down in the comments, would you? Because I don't know. That's an Oldsmobile? Would that be like a Tempest or something? No. I'll be. I've never seen one. It's a 4-cylinder. It's half of a V8, supposedly. And who was that? Is that Oldsmobile? I think it is. Or Pontiac. I hope all you subscribers comment like crazy, because I really need to learn a lot. Because I don't know a lot about some of these older stuff. So enlighten me, please. There's a Caprice. Another Vet. Monza. Where are we off to next? I'm sure there's something way down there. There you go. A Monte Barro, or Carlo, whatever that thing's called. I'm not even sure, but I know they pretty have it picked. But you know, I'll tell you what. Look at the fenders. Oh, that one has a hole. The doors are decent. Boy, they really picked these cars. My word. Okay, we see some old ones over there. That's next on the list. Another Buick. I don't know what that is. Somebody tell me what that is. Here's another one. Buick 8. See, it says it right on the thingy. Buick 8. Straight 8. It's amazing that straight 8 had a little itty bitty 2-barrel carburetor. Look at that. Amazing. There's another Buick with a straight 8. Boy, he sure liked his Buicks. I think that's a Chevy Impala, I think. Well, that definitely is. That's been there a while. There's a Pontiac. Definitely plenty of patina. Here's another Impala. Yep, that's been there a while too. Oh yeah. Let's skip across the back here so we don't have to do it twice. Here we go. It's amazing how these Studebakers just keep popping up. But that's a Ford down there. That I think's a Studebaker. A Studebaker with a car front end and a pickup back? Somebody needs to explain that to me. I wasn't aware that even existed. That's their car front end. Some of this stuff has been here since, yeah, Obviously, that's been here a while. Same with that one. Cadillac. Is that a Plymouth? I don't know what that is. At least the push rods are the right way in that one. There's a Chevelle, a newer one, I think. Camaro. El Camino. I always thought they were neat, very neat cars. I always liked the El Camino. That actually has what's left of the motor in it. Leaning Tower of Power. Well, actually, no, that's probably not. That's probably not a 225. That's probably like a 110 or something. They got the nail head in there. See, I'm not very versed. I know my Ford stuff, but I don't know the other ones. That's my favorite Pontiac gen right there. And that's a Volkswagen, I think. I don't know why it's looking up the field here. I don't know what it's looking for. There's another Riviera. 4-barrel. Used to be, now the motor's junk. Another Riv. Okay, where are we off to next? Stay tuned. I think we're like half done, but I'm not 100% sure. Just bear with me. We're getting through this as quick as we can. I don't want to make this a 3-hour video, but we're trying to get through it. I think I'm like halfway. I didn't even know these places even existed, these sections. She never had a quad to take me there. I can't walk all of these. So we're going to move on to the next location, and hopefully when we get back, Thunderjet's still where I parked it. That might be in the scrap pile when I tell you that. No, it's only kidding. So, we'll see you soon.
A few moments later.
There's a lot of other stuff here. We're focusing more or less on the older stuff. The relics and the gems. But you look around, and there's, you name it, it's here. You just have to call and ask. But believe me, you name it, it's here somewhere. But we're focusing on this kind of stuff. Is what we're doing. International. There's a Chevy. That has a good manifold on and stuff. One thing I found neat, I didn't realize it till I went to junkyard with Bill, the Flat Broke Garage, this thing here. I never knew they had that. There's a Riv. Chevys. The cab must have fell off this. It's got the indestructible 4-speed. What is it, 435, something like that? In it. Yeah, you won't break that. Inline 6. Panel trucks. Always love the panel trucks. I think they're cool. What's left of it. Wow. Check this out. That's 74, I think. That's pretty. Whoa! That was scary. The bird scared me. They must have a nest down here. I want to be careful. I want to step on no eggs. There was two of them. I don't know what kind of, this is a Chevy, I guess. GMC, Chevy. These are all the same trucks. Some parts are okay, some parts. I'm sure there's stuff on it, you want it bad enough. You gotta want it bad enough. Oh, look what's back there. Yep, we're gonna go back there next. One more look at these on the way back up. We'll go back to that row next. All I can say is, my God, am I glad I got this running at short notice. Gas tank was messed up. There's a whole video out there on it. But yeah, I'm so glad we got it running. Here we go. Another row. Oh, it's definitely a Dodge carburetor. That's another thing had on it. A single barrel. That was a tank. For sure. I forget what these were called. Magnum or something? These were, I think they came with, oh, it is a 318. So, why are these in a junkyard? The bodies on these are not, to me, they're not bad. But what do I know, right? Cadillac. A little Ford, probably a Fairlane, Comet. That'd probably be a 250, I would think. Another van bug thing. Bonneville. That's newer wires. Look at the weird spark plug wires they have. They were factory. They didn't have boots on them. I guess it worked. Well, that's probably a 260 or 289. 260 or 289 in there. It's almost a given. Here's an Impala convertible. What's left of it? Another Chevy. Hope everybody starts blasting comments and tell me what some of these cars are, because I don't know what a lot of them are. Said I don't have my walking encyclopedia with me. That's a Buick. Like I said, and again, I know the Buicks because I know I love the things on the fender. See where they used to be. This 260 or 289. That's a shame. Here's a Fairlane station wagon. These were big back in the day. And it probably has that flip up back. I bet you flip that up, and I bet you there's a seat back there too. You can put like 8 people in this thing. Corvair. Check it out. There's the motor. And I really don't think that that carburetor belongs on that motor. And besides, it doesn't go there anyway. Definitely a Relic. But there's another one. See? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Straight 8. There's a newer Ford. What would that be? 70, 69, 70? What's left of it? Some of these parts would probably fit Bill's car. I don't know what this is. Don't have a clue. I see a Mercury down there. Oh wow, check this out. A Mustang 2 V8. I think they were the most unpopular Mustang that there was. Nobody really liked them. I had one for a little while and I got rid of it. It was just too tight under the hood. Yeah, this was a Mercury. Love how the heater core was in that. Look at that. It was right up front. How neat is that? Okay, we're limited how far we can go here. That's a Dodge. Ooh, what's left of it? Look at that long quarter panel on that. That is neat. GTO? Tempest? No, there's no GTO. Might be a Tempest. There's actually an engine in that car. Okay, up to the front. An AMC. Whoa, almost fell. Would that be a Buick? I'm not sure. Oh boy, this is going to take a while. There's a lot of stuff here, boys, girls, ladies, and gentlemen. There's a lot of stuff in these rows. G-body. That's a Thunderbird. See, you notice all these motors, you don't see any heads on them. Well, the reason you don't see any heads on them is because they take the heads off for newer 460s. That's why you don't see any heads on them. Luckily, I had 2 sets of them. So they got very reasonable. Plymouth or Dodge station wagon? Oh, Dodge station wagon. Well, we gotta go back into quad because this is just, we're gonna start down here and work our way. Oh wow, yeah. Well, that's the end of part 3, Rusty Relics and Hidden Gems, Pennsylvania style, Bonner's Junkyard. We have one more segment for this, and then after that, we're going back in and we're gonna start looking for run and drives. I've seen a few potentials. I'll explain more to you in the last video what exactly we're going to do. But remember, if you're following along and you like what you see, we really want the comments. Tell me what I'm looking at with some of these vehicles because I really don't know. I haven't seen hardly any comments. We like comments. I want to know what we're looking at. But anyway, if you like what you see, like, subscribe, and share. It's greatly appreciated. Have a great day. And remember, part 4 is coming up.